At the time of me writing this, Persona 3 Reload is about to release in a few days, and I, for one, am quite hyped. From what I've seen, it seems to be an improvement on every front, except for the lack of female protag, but hey, what can you do? But with the new Persona game comes a dilemma that we all must face. Which girl do we choose to romance? In the original Persona 3, there was no platonic route, meaning you were just a non-stop sex machine with a whole ass hair by the end of the game. However, I'm assuming that the dating part will be optional like the other Personas, so now there's actual stakes involved. And unfortunately, I can't just romance all of them because there's always a punishment. Also, that's the coward's way out. We are loyal in this household. But with that said, who do I even pick? But before I make that very hard decision, let's just add some context, alright? So, the first Persona game I played was Persona 4 Golden on Steam, and the person I chose was Rise, and it honestly wasn't even a close one. Famous pop star who's good looking and happens to be in love with me? Why not? I guess a somewhat close second I was considering for a little bit was Naoto, but I can't just do that to my man Kanji like that. I owe him one after he broke me out of prison that one time. And then I played Persona 5 Royal on my Nintendo Switch, and I struggled a bit to pick one. Before I knew anything about the game, I saw this orange-haired girl who looked pretty cool, so I figured I might pick her. But then as I played the game and learned about her connection to the player, and her backstory and personality, I had to take a sharp left turn. So after that disappointment, it was down to either Kasumi or Makoto. Makoto was the main party member for the majority of the game, so we got to spend a lot of time with her, and she also had a pretty fun dynamic with the cast. Also liked her design a lot, and her Phantom Thief outfit is pretty epic. But then Kasumi was the royal mascot, and all the interactions between her and the player were just so wholesome. They were so cute! It was very difficult, but I had to go with Kasumi. She's just a wholesome lady. What can I say? However, I will say that it was hard accepting the fact that you couldn't have a Christmas event with her. But you know what? Good. Christmas is supposed to be holly and jolly, not sucky and fucky. Now give me that goddamn turkey! And that leads us to Persona 3. Now, I have played Persona 3 Fez on an emulator before. However, I really didn't manage my time all that well and only maxed out a few arcanas, so I only really know most of the social links on a surface level. Except for you, dog. You keep trying to score with the math teacher. I'm with you 100% of the way. Plus, I'm guessing that some of the social links might be altered for whatever reason, so it's kind of just like a new slate. I'm treating this as a brand new thing. So as far as options go, the first one we have is Fuka. Now, I've never been a big fan of Fuka personally. I didn't really like her voice in the original game. She's just kind of the shy girl. I thought her relationship with that one student was sweet, but that's kind of about it. I'm also not really big on her design. Her hair is kinda whack. Then we got Yukari, who is essentially the white bitch of the game. In 4 it was Chie, and in 5 it was An. With that said though, I do really like her design, and from what I remember, her social link was pretty solid. However, I feel like she's the safe pick, which is just a little unenticing. Also, she's mean to Junpei, cause like, come on, how could you be mean to Junpei? Messed up. And then we got Mitsuru, the queen herself. Her design is pretty awesome, and just look at her in Makoto's outfit. Golly! However, from what I remember, I wasn't really the biggest fan of her social link, and she might be just the least fun one to hang out with, out of the ones I've mentioned so far at least. I just feel like she's too fancy for me. It's like we're in different playing fields. I'm over here talking about how they added the chicken to Fortnite, and she's talking about stocks, like we're not even the same wavelength. And I honestly have no idea if you could even date Aigis, but even if you could, I'll have to pass. If word got out that I actually had sex with a robot, my life is over. I'm sorry, XJ9 fans out there, but that's not my lifestyle. Similar statements for Maya. If you happen to find your true love on VR chat, good for you, but I ain't having it. And then there's Yuko. To be honest, I think I only got to rank 3 on her link, and I don't even remember a single thing about her. Her design is also just kind of whatever. I think it's definitely not the play. And then last up, there's Churro, who is like Yuko, that I didn't get far with her and have no recollection of her personality at all. I think her design is better than Yuko's, so that's a slight plus. Maybe she'll end up being a badass in game, who knows? I like that she was in Persona 4 that one time. But with that all out of the way, now I have to make the decision. I still have no idea. I feel like I want to stick to party members. They're the people that you spend the most time with throughout the game, and therefore usually have the most connections with, so I think I want to stick to that. So if I'm going by that rules, it's between Fuka, Mitsuru, and Yukari. And I already said I didn't really like Fuka all that much, so I'm probably gonna have to pass on her. So it's really down between Yukari and Mitsuru. I mean, I like Yukari's design. I think that, I don't know if this matters at all, but in game, her healing abilities are pretty good, even though I don't think I even ever used her in original Persona 3. I think I just used Mitsuru, but that's besides the point. Maybe she'll be more useful now. But having a supporter is always nice, so there's that aspect, I guess. But it's like, again, she's probably the most basic one. I mean, it's probably just like picking on. Like, I can't just pick the first one that comes in front of me. I gotta be somewhat unique. Then again, are people gonna pick Mitsuru over her? Maybe. It's just, I don't want to be that guy. Then I mean, with Mitsuru, I would say probably I like her design more. But I mean, there caveats: A, she's probably not as fun to hang around, and B, she's also an upperclassman, and I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I feel like she's just above me in terms of the player character, like, every way. And I don't know if my fragile masculinity can handle that. However, I will say, in the original Persona 3, she was on my main team just because she dealt a lot of good magic damage. Not to mention she's also rich, meaning we could get the KFC giant family bucket every single day of the week, which is a big plus. However, in the original game, I know her social life didn't open up till way later, so that would also be a possible thing to consider. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with Mitsuru. I like her design better, and I think if I just introduce her to Fortnite or something, then maybe there's a chance that we can make this work. So yeah. You know what? Okay, I'm feeling confident. This is what I'm picking. Ain't no undecisive thoughts from me right now. I gotta stick to my guns. Whew. Alright, glad I sorted this out. Well, I suppose just let me know who you're gonna be ending up picking in Persona 3 Reload. And yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. You're probably pretty hyped for it if you stuck around this far. So yeah, I guess that's all for me for now. So, see ya!